Andy, we're going to go ahead and walk through how to edit this website a little bit. This is just going to be an intro um, because, like I said, I haven't really had much to work with, so I don't have a ton of stuff built into it yet for you to really mess with. Basically, by the end of this video, you should be able to go in and probably add all of these pages because it's just content, so it'll look similar to what I did here, where it's just content, and we can add pictures and stuff like that later to make it look a little cooler. But for now, at least we can get the content filled in. You should be able to do all of these pages. You should be able to do these pages if you want to, and we can do the home page work because there's no text there yet. But I'd like to work with a little bit to try to add some cooler effects and stuff like that. Some modules, kind of like this one, where it's a little. It's not just text, and I also want to do the contact page myself because I want to add a map and things like that. And that gets a little tricky, but for the most part, at least by the end of this video, you'll be able to fill in at least these pages and some of the other ones, and you'll be able to edit the slideshow for now. And then once I get some more stuff done, we should be able to get the rest of it hammered out. Hopefully, we can get it all done by this week, since you said I think Friday is your deadline. So basically, you go to upstairsguystest.com to look at the site, and then you go to upstairsguys.com or upstairsguystest.com/administrator. Right here, administrator, to get here, and I'm going to log out because it looks like I'm still logged in. And I'll send you a username and password. I haven't set it up yet, so I'm just going to log in under mine. But you'll have your own username and password, and you'll log in here, and it's going to bring you to the dashboard. From the dashboard, I guess the first thing we're going to do is show you how to add a page. So a page is considered an article in Joomla, so we're going to click Articles, and you can see that there's some pages here. And I'm going to go ahead and delete this one because this is the one I just created in the video that I made that I screwed up and didn't have any audio, so I'm re-recording it. So I'm going to delete this page and remake it for the purposes of this video. So we only have 4 pages created right now, and really only one, the About Pastor Ted. The rest of this is other stuff. So go ahead and click New. In the title, you can just go ahead and write Test Page or whatever the title of your page is. Make sure it's published. You select the section, which for all the pages is going to go in pages, and then you select the category. And right now the only category we have is pages, but eventually we're going to have a category for ministries and a category for news and different things like that. So like I said, I haven't had that set up. I haven't been able to set up all those things because I don't have any pages created yet because I don't have any content. But we will get all that set up so you have a place to put things. And then you're going to have this little window here that looks kind of like Microsoft Word where you can type in content. So you can say this is the test page content, and it works just like Microsoft. You can click on a word and make it bold, click on this word to make it italicized. Go down here and you can type in a word and make it a link by clicking the little HTML button. Actually, just kidding. That's how you added the HTML code. Make it a link right here. You type in where you want it to go to, and then if you want it to open in a new window or open in the same window, you can title it, and you can make a different type. We'll kind of ignore some of that stuff for now because it's a little more complicated, but for the most part, you can come in here and basically just do copy and paste of the text that you have for different pages. If you want to add an image, you can click image here and add an image. But for now, we'll just do this. Go ahead and click save. And so now we have a page created, and so now we need to assign that page to one of the buttons. So for now, we're going to assign it to this contact button. So when you click the contact button, it brings you to the page called test page. So we'll go over here to menus. And there's only one menu right now. Eventually there will be another menu down here for the footer menu. I haven't made it yet. So you'll just see main menu now, but eventually there'll be a footer menu, and there may be some other menus too once we get it going. But you click on the icon here. That brings up the main menu. You can see home, Pastor Ted, ministries, small groups, church government, just like over here, the main buttons across the top. And then all these drop down buttons show up right under it, the little L-shaped thing here. So we go down to contact, make sure it's an article layout. If for whatever reason it doesn't say article layout here, you want to go to change type and change it to article layout. I'll do that again a little slower, change type. And there's a bunch of different options for what type of button it is. They're always going to be article layout unless I unless I specifically say something different for a certain type of button, but most of them are going to be article layout. So we'll do that. Then all you do is you can ignore all this, unless you want to change the words of the button, which is right here. Otherwise, you just go over here to select an article, click select. All the articles show up. There's only 5 right now. We just created one test page. Done. Click save. And we can go over to the website, refresh it. And when you click content, it should take us to the test page now. And it does. So it takes us to the test page with the test doc text we have. And the title obviously shows up in the cooler font up here for headers. And then the font that you paste in that box is going to be right here in the normal Arial font. And it shows, you know, the bold and the italicized part. Okay, so basically with that information, you should be able to go in and fill in all of these pages. And we'll dress it up a little bit later with banners and pictures or whatever to make it look cooler and stuff like that. But at least you can fill in this content and, you know, get going on some of that, since you said you wanted to get started. And we haven't been able to do it because I don't have any content yet, except the couple pages you sent me. And so I did go ahead and make this one page, the About Pastor Ted. I want to put in that content. I want to get a banner in here probably eventually with a nice picture or something like that of him and his wife or something, but we'll work on that later. I just wanted to get this up so that you can see. I think you sent me a couple other pages, but it was stuff that I wasn't sure where it was going to go, like statements of faith. I think that's probably going to go under church government, but I wasn't sure because it's not there yet. So I left that one out, and then the press release, I wasn't sure where to put that either, so I didn't do that one either. But you can see the Pastor Ted this one is done. So now you should be able to basically do the same thing for all of these and whatever else pages you want to do. I would try to stay away from the ministries and the small groups and the contact us and the giving, because I'm going to set those up. I'd rather set those up myself just because they're going to be a little different than just normal text. And probably try to stay away from the homepage unless you get done with these really fast and want to do more. And I will send another video with more detailed stuff. I just want to get a couple more things done before I do that. But I wanted to get this video off to you tonight so at least you didn't have nothing to work with. The only other thing I can show you here now is how to edit the slideshow. These slides don't necessarily have to be here. I just put them in there so you can see what it looks like. But basically to edit the slideshow, it works the same as the articles. So you're going to go to articles, and each slide is considered an article. But it's all in a section called slideshow. And everything that's in that section in here, in this category, it's in the section slideshow and in the category slideshow. So if you go over here to select category and click slideshow, it'll just bring up all the slides, which is the 2 that I've made, welcome and news. And basically anything that's in this section is going to show up in this rotating banner. And so you're only going to want to insert pictures here. So basically, say you want to add a new one, you just click new. Type in the title, so we'll call this one new. And if you want to insert an image, you just go down here to click image. Pick an image off your desktop by clicking choose file. Say this is a slide you want to put in. Click choose. You go to the folder right here called slides, because that's where we put the slides. And there's the slides we've already put in there. Click start upload. It'll upload it into this folder. Once it's in the folder, you choose the slide you want to insert. And the text shows up here, that meaning that you selected it. And then you go ahead and here, I'll do it with one of these. Okay, so we're going to insert that slide. So that slide's there, and click insert. See the slide shows up. If you just click save, make sure it's published. Then when you refresh the page, that slide will show up, and you'll have, I'm going to cancel this, but then you'll have 3 slides here. And then you can change the order by clicking these arrows to move them around, or whatever, which one you want to show up first. But the order goes from top to bottom, first to last on the page. So whatever's on the top is going to be the first slide that pops up when they go to the website. And I'll get a little bit more detail in the next video about how to make it so when they click on this image, it brings them to the page that it's advertising, things like that. We'll get into some more stuff besides just adding a picture, but for now, I just want to kind of give you a little brief summary about that, so you can kind of start playing around with it if you want. The rest of the stuff, like the modules and components and stuff like that, we're going to save that for the next video, like things like this, and things like what's going to be on the contact page, which is going to look similar to this one, with the map and directions. It's going to look similar to this, where they can have a map. It's going to have service times and stuff like that, but also have a map, and they can type in their address. So say their address is Minneapolis, they can click get directions, and it'll give them directions from their address to the church address. And it'll give them a map and all that stuff, and they can print it or whatever. But I want to work on that myself just because it's going to take a little bit of HTML and stuff like that to get that set up. But don't worry about it, we'll get it up really quick. So from this video you should be able to do these pages at least and kind of get an idea of how to work your way around this back end. I'm going to send you an email confirming that this video is done with a link to it on YouTube for you to watch, and it will also have your username and password to log into when you get to upstairsguystest.com/administrator. And you're an administrator on the website, so you should be able to edit everything. And we'll go from there. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day we'll have a lot more done. I just wanted to have something to you tonight. If you have any questions, give me a call. Thanks, Randy.